Hello, my name is Dr. Anna O'Sullivan, and I'm here to introduce you to an incredible product called HemoHim. And you're seeing this video because somebody sent it to you to introduce you to this incredible product. Just a brief history of who I am. I have been in the natural healthcare field for over 30 plus years as a chiropractor, acupuncturist, homeopath, a herbalist, and nutrition expert. So that being said, I have helped thousands of people throughout my three-decade career in the natural healthcare field. And HemoHim has been one of my star supplements, and I personally take it, or have been taking it for over 11 years when I first discovered it. So it was actually quite by accident because my family members had some serious health issues. Both my sister and my father were suffering from serious health issues, and they got incredible results with this product. And yet both of them suffered from different conditions. And when I noticed the benefits and how fast their conditions improved, I was really intrigued. And so I started to do some research on this, and I found it just amazing that this product was not in common use here in Canada. It had traveled actually through the Asian community, especially from Korea, because it was developed by the Korean government. It's nothing like any other supplement that I had ever come across, and I've used hundreds of products throughout my 30-year career. And certain ones worked very well, and others worked so-so. And unfortunately, the ones that worked really well, a lot of times became unavailable because the powers that be didn't want the average person getting better naturally. So I was always on the hunt for products that would be effective and yet affordable for my patients. When I came across this and did the research, the amount of information was just incredible, and yet I knew nothing about it, or I hadn't known anything about it. So what I found out was that this was actually developed by the Korean government for their nuclear scientists who were getting sick with cancers and autoimmune diseases because of their exposure to very, very harmful radiation during their work. And so over periods of a couple of decades, their immune system were severely compromised, and they were prone to getting more illnesses, whether it's cancer, autoimmune diseases, infections, etc. So the Korean government became quite alarmed, and they mandated this study specifically in saying, we need to figure out how to protect our scientists that aren't sick yet, and also get the ones that are sick healthy if possible. And so there was no limit how long the scientists needed to take, or the amount of funding, because it was unlimited. So 15 of Korea's top scientists worked on this government project for over 8 years, and it came up with this product. And one of the core prerequisites for this development of this product, that it had to be a natural substance, because we know that everything has to work with the body. And so this was a culmination of 8 years of research by the scientists of the Korean government, and the results were just outstanding once they started to give it to their sick scientists, and within months or sometimes weeks, they noticed a huge improvement in their health and reversal of their conditions. Basically what this is a combination of 3 of the most powerful herbs found in nature, and using nuclear technology, they were able to actually extract the toxic elements of these herbs from the active ingredients, so that they could supercharge it, and therefore people could take hundreds of times more of those active ingredients without any of the side effects. One thing you need to know is that the side effects of herbs, if taken too much, is from the toxic elements from the herbs and not the herbs itself. And also certain herbs work very well together, and other herbs don't work as well together. So that's why they took all this time trying to figure out which herbs were the best working together, especially for supporting the immune system. And so this product, once they developed it, they started testing it on mice, and they realized that they had actually given cancer to their test mice who ended up with all kinds of tumors, and they were sick, and they were very, very skinny, and they were ready to die. But once they start to give them this formulation within weeks, those mice started to improve, their tumors started to shrink, and they became quite healthy. Within a month, these mice that should have died a long time ago were healthier and bigger and stronger than the control group. And when they followed the lifespan of these test mice, they lived twice as long as the control group. So that being said, and it was totally non-toxic, and so as soon as they saw those results, they started to make as much as they could and give it to their scientists. And the improvement to their health was astounding. And so within a year of developing this and having their scientists improve their health, they realized that they needed to basically market to the rest of the world because they couldn't just keep it to themselves. So in 2009, the distribution company called Atomy had the exclusive rights to distribute this particular product that was manufactured for the consumer market. And over the last 12 years, millions and millions of people have gotten incredible results with this product. So I'm just going to go over briefly what it does. There's three main things that this product does when you take it. And anybody can take it with very few limitations. But the most important function of this product, and they did lots of tests because it was developed by nuclear scientists, they did all the research to find out what it did and how it worked and made sure it was safe before they released it to the general public. So the first effect, the main effect of it was its ability, this product's ability to stimulate the bone marrow to produce the blood cells, white blood cells and red blood cells, especially the white blood cells, because the white blood cells are what helps us to fight infections, whether it's bacterial or viral, and also it helps us to keep our cancer load under control. Most people don't realize that we make thousands of cancer cells every day, between 1,000 to 5,000 each day, depending on your health level, your stress level, and also your environment. And how come all of us don't get cancer? Well, it's because our bodies, through the white blood cells, especially cells called NK cells, natural killer cells, they act like vacuum cleaners for these cancer cells that are produced on a daily basis. And so one of the functions of this product is the proper production of these white blood cells, which are greatly reduced when somebody's under a lot of stress or as they age. And this is why when somebody has been under a lot of stress, within 6 months to a year sometimes, they may be diagnosed with cancer because they cannot get rid of these cancer cells that are being produced every day. And also, as you get older, your rates of cancer goes up. So that was huge, and this is why these scientists who were getting sick were getting incredible reversal and results of their cancers and autoimmune diseases. Second thing it did was it also helped to produce red blood cells. Now, red blood cells are not immune cells, but the red blood cells do everything else in your body. The red blood cells transport oxygen and nutrients to all the cells in your body. So if you don't have enough of these red blood cells, the optimum amount on a daily basis, then your ability for all your cells to work properly goes down drastically. Whether it's a brain cell, whether it's skin cells, or your toenail cells, your hair, all the functions decrease. And this is also why, as you get older, your ability to make these red blood cells go down drastically as well. So you get tired more often, you can't heal as fast, your organ systems start breaking down, your skin breaks down. So there's a lot of things that happen when you don't get enough of the nutrition from the red blood cells, because they are the trucks that basically transport all of these nutrients for every single cell in your body. You have trillions of cells in your body. So that was the biggest, the number one function of this product, and they've proven it by actual scientific research. And this is one of the most researched natural products in the world because of who developed it. So if you go onto the National Institute of Health website and just search HemoHim, this product, then you'll see hundreds of different research papers that have been peer-reviewed and published. Second big function of this product, which is actually a byproduct, they weren't looking for this function. They were purely looking to develop something for the immune system and also to help with people who have cancers to recover. But these three amazing herbs that they selected had lots of other functions. And so when they supercharged those herbs, also they supercharged their other functions as well. So the second biggest benefit of this product is for people who have inflammation. That's a huge problem for a lot of people, especially as you get older. But inflammation causes arthritis, whether it's rheumatoid arthritis, which is an autoimmune disease, or osteoarthritis, people who's had injuries to their joints, and then over a period of time, the joint starts breaking down, people who have colitis, digestive problems. Inflammation is one of the number one cause of a lot of health conditions that people suffer from today. So that being said, it's an incredible anti-inflammatory, natural anti-inflammatory without the side effects of the typical prescription anti-inflammatories, which can cause a lot of issues with digestion and secondary side effects. So anti-inflammatory effects is huge. And the third effect, again, is a side benefit, is that what they found was that it helped to balance out the hormonal systems in our bodies. Almost every function in our bodies are run by different hormones. For instance, all of you know about the hormones, the female hormones, which regulate all the hormones in puberty and during pregnancy and during menopause, and they need to be balanced correctly depending on the decade. And there's a lot of women that suffer from imbalances of hormones, especially after they've had a pregnancy or had a child, because during the pregnancy phase, the hormones are way out of whack, and they should be for that baby to form. But once the baby's delivered, the hormones are supposed to go back to the pre-pregnancy state, and a lot of women have trouble getting to that state, and a lot of problems occur after that. Stubborn weight gain, irritability, depression, etc. So, and then that then gets worse, compound if they have another child and their hormones then still go way out of whack. So a huge help with regulating hormones. But other than the female hormones, other processes in our body run by hormones, like our stress hormones, cortisol, that is produced by the adrenals. So if that's not regulated properly, people will eventually end up with chronic fatigue, where they're tired all the time, where they can't sleep. People with blood sugar issues, diabetics, etc., they have an issue with the hormone insulin, and so they can't regulate the blood sugar properly. People with high blood pressure, same thing. Blood pressure is regulated by hormones. Almost every function in our body is regulated by a certain hormone, and this seems to help sort of regulate. If something's working too much, it starts regulating to the optimum. If it's not working enough, it actually kicks it up to the optimum. So those are the three main functions of this product. There's so many other functions because it works with producing the blood cells, and that affects the function of all the cells in your body. So that's just a short introduction to this product. So if you want more specific information, check out my other video called HemoHim. What is it and why does it help with so many health conditions? So have a great day. Take care.